it's not hard to see why the Isekai genre appeals to a broad range of viewers. For the younger demographic, you get a nice power fantasy set in an adventurous world, while the guilt-ridden older demographic relates to the fantasy of being that loser that gets a second chance at life. However, what happens when a person at the top of their game gets transported to our world as a common nobody? Well, that's precisely what happens in The Devil is a Part-Timer, which makes this anime one of the rare instances of a reverse isekai. So if you're looking for a laugh to distract you from the misery of the real world, then stick around as we observe a fall from grace that'll likely hit close to home. The Devil is a Part-Timer features the Demon Lord Satan and his demonic generals. At the start of the show, Satan's attempted conquest of Ente Isla gets thwarted by the hero, which forces him to take a tactical retreat to another world. Along with his loyal general, the Demon Lord finds himself trapped in a human body, limited of magic, as they wander Tokyo to establish a new foothold in modern society. With no money or demonic power, the pair rent a cheap apartment, while Satan begins working at a fast food joint known as McDonald's. While trying to make ends meet, Satan and his buddies encounter many obstacles with fantastical elements seeking his demise, and mundane aspects seeking to irritate him via the struggles of everyday life in modern-day Tokyo. There are many supernatural elements filled with differing factions that blends nicely into the narrative of the show. However, the main appeal of The Devil is a Part-Timer are the grounded and playful slice-of-life elements throughout the story. With Satan starting from square one as a fast food worker, it's always a joy to see him successfully work his way up to promotions, while experiencing setbacks that end up making you laugh. Those who've ever had to work part-time jobs to make ends meet will definitely resonate with the plight of Satan, while appreciating a slice of life that highlights the struggles of the working class. Of course, the lighthearted slice-of-life anime has its fair share of running gags, that features a lot of unique humor with its one-of-a-kind reverse isekai genre, and absurd cast of characters. So, with that being said, let's talk more about some of the characters of the show. First, we have the Demon Lord Satan, who is better known as Mao, a dedicated McDonald's employee that's on track to becoming the greatest fast food worker in all of Japan. As a part-timer, Mao is extremely frugal, which adds a nice layer of relatability to his character, while creating plenty of funny moments where he's more concerned about his wallet, and less concerned about his well-being. Speaking of cheap, we have Ashiya, who's one of Mao's demon generals that accompanies him to the human realm. As Mao's subordinate, Ashiya is extremely loyal and dedicated, which means you can usually find him doing all the household chores while essentially acting as Mao's frugal mother, regardless of the situation.
Just promise me, sire, when you see a movie, go on the first of the month, it's half off.
You're gonna be okay. Also, don't tell me what to do!
Next, we have the hero Amelia. After forcing the Demon Lord Satan into retreat, Amelia follows him into the human world, and just like Mao, Amelia gets relegated into a human body, limited in magic, and has to adopt the moniker of Emmy while working a job in customer service to make ends meet. However, the rivalry between hero and demon doesn't end with the deterioration of their magic, and leads to a struggle of modern problems, requiring modern solutions.
I'm not here to talk it out, I'm here to kill you!
Cool, it's just your knife. Isn't it from that crappy 100-yen store downtown?
As the narrative progresses, Emmy's animosity for Mao sees her stooping to stalking and malicious insults to his face, which humorously makes the rivalry feel more like a lover's quarrel that gets consistently misinterpreted by the other characters as a bitter sexual tension between lovers. Of these confused characters is Chiho, a normal human being that becomes infatuated with her co-worker Mao. On the surface, Chiho is super annoying and would normally irritate most people almost as much as Emmy does to Mao. However, Chiho does a great job adding to the humor of the show by accentuating the lovers' quarrel of Emmy and Mao with her own misunderstandings and jealousy. On top of that, she also does an amusing job of unintentionally crippling Emmy's self-esteem throughout the narrative.
2 small burgers, piping hot and ready!
Last, we have Suzuno, who's someone I like to autistically quote on a frequent basis, and the reason why you should consider watching the English dub if you're not fluent in Japanese.
Salutations!
Like Mao, Ashiya, and Emmy, Suzuno is from Ente Isla, however her understanding of how to behave in Japanese society comes exclusively from a narrow research of Japanese historical dramas. This leads to a misguided extrapolation where Suzuno is constantly speaking in an extremely formal manner that has her using antiquated jargon and overly formal qualifiers in her speech, along with wearing attire that has been out of fashion for hundreds of years.
What ails you two?
All in all, you'll never find a dull moment with the characters of The Devil is a Part-Timer, as it provides a unique blend of humor that ranges from the goat of fast food workers and overprotective mothers, all the way to the misunderstanding of bitter lovers, and a flavorful comedy for linguistic majors.
Salutations again.
Yeah, salutations.
The Devil is a Part-Timer acts as a parody of Isekai, with plenty of fantastical elements commonly seen in the genre. Yet the main appeal of the show is the comedic slice-of-life elements that features the everyday ordeals of being a part-time worker, struggling to make ends meet, while having to deal with your annoying friends on the side. While the differing factions and deeper lore aren't the primary focus of the show's story beats, there's always this sense of presence from the background narrative, which makes Season 1 feel like a great precursor for future seasons. In fact, a new season is currently airing as of summer of 2022, and believe me when I say, it's about damn time. So, my recommendation is to give The Devil is a Part-Timer a go, as you'll likely never find a dull moment with the shenanigans of the world, and its unique cast of characters.
I shall excuse myself for now. Salutations again.
Yeah, salutations.